Last evening, the Judiciary issued out new guidelines aimed at preventing and mitigating the spread of COVID-19. Under the new guidelines, all court hearing and appearances were suspended for a period of 42 days, except for urgent court cases. Those deemed to be urgent cases are bail applications, habeas corpus applications, interim applications, among others.
In each and every court, there will be a judicial officer on duty every day to entertain such matters. That judicial officer will be assisted by a few other staff because we are also trying to fit in a 30% toning down.
However, the new judicial contingency measures caused a lot of mixed reactions among the public, including the Uganda Law Society.
Every matter in court is urgent because they involve the enjoyment of a right, they involve the application of the law. We cannot suspend the enjoyment of a right or a challenge against a law simply because there is a public health scare.
Speaking on behalf of the Uganda Law Society, Nicholas Opio thinks there are better ways the judiciary could mitigate the spreading of the deadly virus in context without necessarily suspending court proceedings.
Social distancing, scheduling cases to allow for limited numbers. One would even require those who work in the courtroom to vaccinate, to test negative in order for them to be able to go to the courts every day and serve the vast majority of people.
Citing the example of the NUP supporters who were supposed to appear before the General Court Martial today, Opio adds that the new guidelines violate the human rights of many inmates.
That shows the impact of this suspension. There are people who are staying longer in jail when they actually shouldn't. You are delaying the enjoyment of a right of a Ugandan.
Among the cases suspended for the next 42 days are electoral petitions. These, Opio thinks, should have been an exception.
The hearing of the petitions involves so many lawyers, and the judges are required to move from one place to another. So, and this can be a source of problems.
We are going towards a constitutional deadline, a legal deadline. I think that we could have made exceptions for these legal processes to continue. But we could make exceptions for lawyers to travel across the country to prosecute election petitions.
In the same line, the Uganda Prisons Department has also issued new guidelines in response to the resurgence of COVID-19.
All visitations to prisons are suspended with immediate effect, regardless of vaccination status or testing certificate. The current court procedures will continue, and in addition, prisoners will be taken to court on Tuesdays and Thursdays only. Further guidelines will be provided.
Asked about this, prison spokesperson Frank Baine says they plan to use more teleconferencing facilities instead of bringing inmates physically to court. John Cliff Wamala, NTV News.